You know, accomplished a lot last year. We had a wild ride through the regular season, and then did some real damage in the postseason. But organizationally, we're fluid. Let's grab on to what was great about last year. And this is mostly coming from our manager, but grab on to what was great about last year, and we have the people in the room that can take it to the next level and win the world championship, and that's why we're here. And it's really the expectation in the room. You know, Bob said it with a fist. You know, this year's about the world championship, and it's a good feeling to know that we have every chance to be in that mix. Hey, Bryce.
Peter, a lot of people around baseball have an opinion about the way that you're running your business at this point. What would your response be to people that question the wisdom of how the Padres are going about their business?
I don't spend too much time, if any, thinking about what other people are thinking. Truly, I care what we're thinking in this room and what we're planning for in this room, in this building, and of course back in San Diego. And to me, it just feels great. We believe we have a great chance to go after that trophy and to deliver to San Diego its first parade, and with a great deal of seriousness and humility. But the overall theme is we're here to win a title. That's what I expect.
Erik, how's the ticket sales going?
Strong. Yeah, we've had a tremendous response from the fan base, so much so that we've capped season tickets for the 2023 season and started a wait list. We've already had a really strong response with fans going on the wait list, and I think it just signals what we've felt throughout last season and even the season before that, which is just a tremendous amount of passion and support from our fan base.
Erik, how much did you cap? Was it 24,000?
Yeah, approximately 24,000.
About how many people are on the wait list right now?
I don't have the number as of today, but it's several hundred, the last update I got.
Have the Padres had a wait list in the time you've been
First time.
What does that say kind of about the trajectory of where this team is talent-wise with the way the city's responded?
I think it's a validation of our strategy that Peter has led, which is to get out in front of the fan base by giving them a team that they can believe in and they can be excited about, and then trusting that they will respond and show up, and they've done that.
Peter, there is a risk in what you're doing, or else everybody would do it. Why are you okay with investing as much as ownership has?
Every baseball franchise, sports franchise, it's unique. There's a unique set of circumstances that impact the way organizations are run. And our situation is unique. We have a very sports-oriented and hungry fan base. And we believe if we continue to build that trust, they will continue to come. And it's about winning, and it's about being exciting, and it's about our fans, young and old, knowing that they're going to be able to watch great, exciting players year after year after year. And when we talk about risk, there's a risk to doing nothing. And we've chosen to really focus on the players, and what spawned out of that is this amazing relationship between our players and our fans. The players respond to the fans, and as we've seen, the fans go nuts when they get to watch our players perform.
When expectations are as high as they are, that leaves room for someone to fall short of those expectations. Your expectation, you said, is the World Series. If you guys were to not reach your expectations, would you consider this season to be a failure?
1 year soon, the baseball gods will smile on the San Diego Padres, and we will have a parade, Kevin AC.
Peter, how important, on one hand, been surprised. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. I couldn't hear you. Go ahead. Have you been surprised, at some of the reaction, like Dick Monfort, I mean, do you have any advice for the Rockies?
I enjoy it all. I really do.
Yeah.
And you know, our game, the more spice that we have within reason, the better. And you know, credible people having different opinions, that's what makes the world go round.
Do you believe it's sustainable, Peter? So is that
People love that word.
Yeah.
Let's find a different one. Do I believe our parade is going to be on land or on water or on both? Putting a great and winning team on the field in San Diego year after year is sustainable.
Peter, how does it feel competing with the likes of the Mets, the Yankees, the biggest markets? I mean, is that a great feeling? It's never been happened before in San Diego.
We probably focus on our division first. And you know, I'm aware of you know what the other clubs in the game are doing generally, but you know, you really don't know unless you're inside the building. And I've got a lot of respect for so many people in the game. It's best for us just to focus on our own situation.
At the owners' meetings, does Steve Cohen say anything to you, like you're taking the pressure off them?
I don't think so.
It was just a few years ago you stood up here with a blockbuster signing of Manny Machado. How has he lived up to his contract, and how big a priority is he for you going forward?
I really hesitate to talk about hypothetical situations with whether it's with a free agent player or one of our own. I will say Manny is my top priority.
How would you define that relationship?
Again, I really do want to steer clear out of respect for the player from any kind of comment beyond what I just said.
You hired Bob Melvin because you knew he was a good manager, obviously, proven that over a long career. But he hasn't been in a situation like this where he had the payroll, the star power in the clubhouse. Kind of the anecdote you shared about what he said and with the passion that he said it. How is Bob equipped to work in this environment in ways he hasn't before?
I think Bob Melvin's a top 5 manager in the game, and I think most any manager gets a little bit better when he gets a little more talent. So I'm quite optimistic and am delighted that he's leading our club.
I think Peter, recently when Steve Cohen was interviewed, he says other owners should look at themselves in the mirror. Do you kind of wish that other people kind of be quiet about your franchise and just stick to their own?
For myself, I do try to look myself in the mirror and try to see reality. Hopefully my actions are more important than my words. But again, a little bit of spice coming from anybody in the game. I think the more, you know, and I'll give you an example of it. The rules changes that we have this year, especially in the beginning, there's going to be an adjustment period, and people are going to be talking about them. That's great for the game. You know, I've gone from being old school to being less old school than I used to be on some of these things, but you know, everything from bigger bases to pitch timing and the new rules relating to the shift. I think it's great for the game. I think it's good that we're stepping forward, and I like spice. You know, our game is great, has always been great, but things evolve, and I like that we are evolving as a sport.
Erik, a couple more questions. Erik or Peter, no, you can't really talk about the regional sports network equation, but in a general sense, as it potentially relates to the Padres, if the financial arrangement changes in some way, does that impact your strategy at all in terms of that number?
No, I mean we're planning for all the potential contingencies, and I think, as we've said, both Peter and I think long-term, intermediate to long-term, however this evolves from where we are today, it's going to be good for the game. I think it's going to lead to ultimately our games being broadcast more widely, and we think that's a good thing. So if there's a little short-term pain, it's not a strategy changer. It's just something we're prepared to manage through whatever comes our way.
I wanted the change in the schedule with more teams coming through. Have you gotten much feedback from fans, and is that beneficial too, or do you think it will be?
Yeah, I think the balanced schedule is a real positive for the game. I mean, having the game's best players come through more often, and our fans being able to see the best players in the Padres facing the other best players in the game of baseball, I think is nothing but a positive. You know, it causes a little bit more travel for us. Probably we're the team that is on the tail end of the distribution curve on having to travel more, and it drives up our expenses a bit more, but ultimately I think it's good for the game, and I think the fans are really going to enjoy seeing teams like the Red Sox and the Yankees every other year coming through San Diego. I don't know if Peter, if you have anything to add to that.
No, I think it's great for the game. I'm delighted. You know, some of the series that have not been here as frequently as they will be in the this year and in the future, people circle those. You know, I'm from Ohio. I want to come see the Cleveland Indians play or wherever. So I think it's great for the game. It was a good decision all around.
Is there any plans down the road to grow more revenue, like a ballpark village or battery, that sort of things like other teams are getting?
Yeah, we've been public with our plans to develop areas around the ballpark, and have received a lot of support from the city for what we have planned, and that's a few years off, but certainly something that we're excited to eventually break ground on and continue to just create a vibrant area around the ballpark. I mean, when Petco Park was built and opened in 2004, the area around the ballpark looked nothing like it does today, and the promise at the time was that Petco Park would be more than a ballpark, and it's become that, and we think there's more room to grow and improve the area around the ballpark, and we want to take a leadership role in that.
That's in the tailgate lot?
Correct.
You guys are already closed on that, right?
No. I mean, we have not broken ground yet, but we've received every city approval we need to move forward on it.